Have you ever thought that owning a farm or homestead is just synonymous with backbreaking work, constant expenses, and zero free time? That's the exact trap many traditional farmers fall into. But what if I told you that choosing the right species could be your one-way ticket to financial freedom? The key to a profitable homestead isn't just working longer hours out in the sun. It's about working smarter, turning every square foot of your property into a true cash-flowing machine. Today, we are going to shatter the massive myth that rural life can't be a highly lucrative business. I'm going to reveal a strategic list of livestock that don't just pay for themselves, but are practically designed by nature to multiply your ROI. Whether it's through their mind-blowing breeding speed, the high demand for their premium byproducts, or their incredible ability to drastically slash your operational costs, these animals will put money back into your pocket. Grab a pen and paper, because the way you look at your homestead is about to change forever. Let's get started. 1. Quail, the ultimate micro-business with the fastest ROI on the homestead. When we talk about getting your money back at lightning speed, no other farm animal can even compete with the quail. To achieve true financial freedom, you need fast-moving cash flow, and this is where this tiny bird absolutely shines. Unlike other livestock that take months or even years to yield their first product, a quail starts laying eggs in just 6 to 8 weeks of age. This means your investment cycle closes and starts turning a profit in under 2 months. It's a high-speed business model that allows you to reinvest and scale your operation without enduring long, unprofitable seasons. Beyond time, the space factor is crucial for profitability, making them the absolute kings of urban homesteading. You don't need acres of land to start this venture. A small shed or a well-ventilated room is more than enough to comfortably and ethically house hundreds of these birds. Their feed consumption is incredibly low compared to their production rate, which maximizes your daily profit margins. And let's talk about the final product. Quail eggs don't compete in the traditional chicken egg market. They sit firmly in a gourmet niche. Ounce for ounce, a dozen quail eggs sells for a significantly higher price, attracting customers who are more than willing to pay a premium for their nutritional benefits and delicatessen status. 2. Pigs, the heavy cash flow engine and the perfect organic recycling machine. If you are looking for an agricultural business model that has been proven over centuries and remains incredibly lucrative today, you need to look at raising pigs. The financial secret of this animal lies in its extraordinary feed conversion rate. Hogs are capable of transforming agricultural byproducts, crop surpluses, and even dairy whey into highly valuable pasture-raised pork in record time. In just about 6 months, a piglet reaches its ideal market weight. This short grow-out cycle means you can easily run 2 sales rotations a year, guaranteeing massive cash injections on a reliable schedule. But the profitability of a pig goes way beyond just selling the meat. For a homesteader with a business mindset, there is no such thing as waste. Pig manure is one of the richest and most potent organic fertilizers available. By properly collecting and processing it, you close the economic loop of your farm. You can use it to fertilize your own pastures and crops, saving thousands of dollars a year on commercial chemical fertilizers. Or you can bag it up and sell it to local farmers and gardeners. Raising pigs is literally like having an on-site processing plant that turns cheap feed into premium pork and top-tier fertilizer, diversifying your income streams from a single animal. 3. Ducks and geese, the biological weed eaters, dominating the lucrative gourmet market. Many homesteaders completely overlook waterfowl, dismissing them as mere ornamental pond birds, but financially speaking, ducks and geese are incredibly valuable assets. The first major impact they will have on your economy is the direct reduction of your operational costs. Unlike chickens that often rely heavily on the bagged feed you buy at the store, ducks and geese are spectacular foragers. They spend most of their day patrolling your pastures, consuming grass, weeds, snails, and insects. They act as free, biological weed eaters, keeping your green areas pristine while aggressively slashing your monthly feed bill. The real money with these birds, however, is found in the premium market. Duck eggs are larger, richer, and denser than chicken eggs, making them the highly sought-after secret ingredient for professional bakers, high-end chefs, and artisan pastry shops. These clients aren't looking for the lowest price. They are looking for unparalleled quality, and they are willing to pay a serious premium per dozen. On the other hand, geese offer you an additional layer of diversification. Besides their meat, which is a traditional delicacy in many cultures, their feathers and down have their own dedicated market in the luxury bedding and textile industry. Raising waterfowl gives you exclusive access to a niche market, where the competition is low and the retail prices are extremely attractive. 4. Goats, the compact dairy factory that turns heavy brush into cold, hard cash. Dairy cows are wonderful, but they require a massive initial capital investment, expensive infrastructure, and acres of prime pasture. If your goal is financial freedom by maximizing the resources you already have, the goat is your absolute best ally. Widely known in the farming world as the poor man's cow, the goat offers staggering financial benefits in a fraction of the space. They are incredibly hardy and adaptable animals that thrive on steep, rocky terrain or in dense brush, where other livestock simply couldn't survive or graze properly. From a savings perspective, goats are relentless brush clearers. They will happily devour weeds, invasive vines, and woody shrubs, saving you countless hours of backbreaking manual labor and hundreds of dollars in tractor fuel or toxic herbicides. From an income perspective, goat's milk is an absolute star product. It is easier to digest than cow's milk and serves as the premium base for artisan cheeses, yogurts, and high-end natural cosmetics like luxury soaps and lotions. These value-added products sell at boutique prices at farmers markets and natural health stores. By transforming your farm's milk into these high-demand items, you exponentially multiply your profit margins using a low-maintenance animal. 5. Guinea fowl, the ultimate tick-eating squad that saves you thousands in vet bills. To wrap up this first half, let's talk about an animal that sparks a lot of debate but hides a brutal economic potential: the guinea fowl. It is true that they can be noisy birds, but that is a very small price to pay when you analyze their unbelievable ROI. The biggest hidden expense on many farms is the loss of livestock or health issues caused by tick-borne illnesses like Lyme disease, not to mention the constant cost of buying chemical pesticides. Guinea fowl are, without a doubt, the world's greatest natural extermination team. An active flock will meticulously sweep your property, wiping out ticks, beetles, grasshoppers, and even small snakes, thereby protecting the rest of your livestock and saving you an absolute fortune in vet bills and toxic sprays. Beyond the money they save you, guineas generate highly lucrative direct income. Because they are not mass-produced on an industrial scale, their meat and eggs are considered true exotic rarities. Guinea fowl meat has a deep, rich flavor reminiscent of wild game, making it highly coveted by upscale restaurants and consumers looking for a gourmet alternative to standard chicken. Similarly, their eggs, which feature an incredibly tough shell and a rich, creamy yolk, command premium prices. They are a double-edged financial sword. They fiercely protect your farm by cutting costs, while simultaneously opening the doors to a high-end, affluent culinary market. 6. Sheep, the biological tractors that guarantee a bulletproof dual-income model. If your goal is to bulletproof your agricultural economy against market fluctuations, you need assets that pay you more than once for the exact same effort. And sheep are the absolute masters of this financial art. Raising sheep is literally running a dual-purpose livestock operation right on your pastures. On one hand, you have the annual wool production, or shearing market, providing a constant and valuable raw material for the textile industry, local artisans, and spinning mills. On the other hand, the lamb and mutton market remains incredibly solid, with a booming demand in high-end restaurants and among consumers looking for healthier, pasture-raised red meat alternatives. But the true secret to a sheep's profitability lies in their low maintenance costs and their role as biological tractors. Unlike cattle that require prime pasture and massive flat grazing lands, sheep are incredibly hardy. They adapt easily to steep, rocky terrain or dense brush, where other species simply can't thrive. By grazing these marginal areas, they clear brush, prevent wildfires, and naturally fertilize the soil as they go, completely for free. They are saving you thousands of dollars a year in heavy machinery, fuel, and manual labor for brush clearing, all while converting worthless weeds into premium wool and meat. It's a low-risk investment with continuous returns. 7. Hybrid layers, the ultimate cash-flowing magnet that secures your daily income. No homestead aiming for true financial freedom can ignore the absolute power of cold hard cash flowing into their account every single day. This is where laying hens come in. But to build a real scalable business, we aren't talking about having a few random backyard birds pecking around. The real business secret, the one that separates the hobbyists from the successful homesteaders, is genetics. To maximize your profits, you must work with specific hybrid crosses designed for extreme feed-to-egg conversion rates. We are talking about birds like the Austral White or proven crosses between Leghorn and Rhode Island Redlines. These birds are true biological machines. They consume a minimal amount of bagged feed and transform it into an excellent, large egg almost every single day of the year. By slashing your feed costs and maximizing your laying rate, your profit margin on every single carton of eggs skyrockets. This level of technical production guarantees you a staple product that never loses demand. People eat eggs every day, in every economy. This constant income is the oxygen of your farm. It is the daily cash flow that covers minor operational expenses, pays the electric bill, buys feed for your growing livestock, and handles daily emergencies. Having a flock of high genetics hybrid layers ensures your homestead stays in the green and remains financially self-sustaining, allowing your larger long-term investments to grow untouched. 8. Beekeeping, the ultimate off-grid passive income with a monthly maintenance cost of zero. If there is a model in the agricultural world that perfectly represents the highly coveted concept of passive income, it's bees. Integrating beekeeping into your homestead is, without a doubt, one of the smartest, most scalable, and profitable financial decisions you will ever make. The primary reason is that their monthly maintenance and feed cost is literally zero. You don't have to buy bags of feed, you don't have to muck out stalls, and they demand zero daily attention. They leave their hives at dawn, work tirelessly foraging for their own nectar miles around, and return to manufacture products that are worth their weight in gold. Raw, unfiltered honey, beeswax, valuable pollen, royal jelly, and propolis sell at absolute premium prices in markets geared toward health, gourmet gastronomy, and natural cosmetics. Consumers are more than willing to pay top dollar for local organic liquid gold, but their financial impact on your economic freedom doesn't stop at honey sales. Bees are the greatest profit multipliers found in nature. By naturally pollinating your fruit trees, vegetable gardens, and pastures, they drastically increase the yield, quality, and size of your own crops, often boosting production by 30 to 40%. They work for you for free, create luxury products, and simultaneously supercharge the rest of your farm's businesses. 9. Turkeys, the explosive savings account that hands you a massive annual bonus. Every solid financial plan, alongside having daily income, needs a strong, hard-hitting capital injection from time to time. In the world of commercial poultry farming, that is the strategic and fundamental role of turkeys. Raising turkeys is not a business designed to give you pocket money every week. It's a meticulously calculated, medium-term investment with a guaranteed and truly explosive return. These birds possess an excellent feed-to-meat conversion rate, developing a colossal size and an impressive weight in just a few short months of growth. The master trick to achieving maximum profitability with turkeys is leveraging consumer psychology and market seasonality. If you synchronize your growing cycles so the birds hit their exact market weight right during the Thanksgiving and holiday season, you will find a market that is absolutely desperate to pay exceptionally high prices. Customers will choose a farm-fresh, pasture-raised heritage turkey over a frozen supermarket bird 1,000 times over, and they gladly pay a massive premium for that quality. Raising a batch of turkeys is exactly like having a high-yield savings account that you carefully feed for a few months, which then matures to hand you a massive annual holiday bonus that you can use to expand your infrastructure or simply enjoy your success. 10. Meat rabbits, the kings of rapid multiplication and the factory for highly coveted garden gold. To close out our list of ultra-profitable animals with a bang, we have the undisputed kings of rapid multiplication and extreme spatial efficiency, meat rabbits. If you find yourself in a situation where you have very little land available, or even just a backyard, but you urgently need to generate substantial income, this is your absolute best option. Their breeding cycle is so fast and prolific that a single healthy breeding pair can produce hundreds of pounds of marketable meat in the span of just 1 year. Rabbit meat is a lean, highly healthy protein that is incredibly sought after in gastronomic niche markets that pay top dollar for it. However, the greatest financial secret of this animal, and the reason it brings you so close to economic freedom, lies in its waste. Rabbit manure is known worldwide in the high-end agricultural and gardening industry as the ultimate garden gold or cold fertilizer. Unlike chicken or cow manure, which must be hot composted for months or else it will burn the roots, rabbit manure is a cold fertilizer. It can be scooped up and applied directly to the most delicate plants on the exact same day. Commercial nurseries, urban homesteaders, and passionate gardeners literally line up and pay premium prices for bags of this byproduct. With rabbits, you are turning daily waste into a constant source of cold, hard cash, making the animal pay for its own feed solely through the fertilizer it produces. True financial freedom in the homesteading and agricultural world isn't achieved by working yourself to physical exhaustion or betting all your capital on a single species of livestock. It is built through strategy, business vision, and the smart diversification of your income streams. By strategically combining the daily cash flow provided by high genetics hybrid layers, the massive savings in pest control and brush clearing from sheep and guineas, and the huge capital injections delivered by your holiday turkeys or pasture-raised pigs, you create a totally bulletproof economic ecosystem. If the price of one market temporarily drops, you have other powerful financial engines backing up your economy. Your homestead stops being a money pit of endless expenses and transforms into a living investment portfolio that works day and night to secure your future. Now I want to hear from you, because your opinion is vital to this community. Out of this entire list of 10 incredible money-making machines, which animal do you think is the most profitable and easiest to raise in your state or region? Leave your answer down below in the comments so we can keep the debate going and learn together. To your success, fellow breeder, until next time.